Welcome to another draft video on Solo Fit Plays. We are going to do something a little bit different today and play the limited time premium draft for Ravnica Mixer. So what this is a 3 separate set format. So pack 1 is Guilds of Ravnica, pack 2 is Ravnica Allegiance, and pack 3 is War of the Spark. This wasn't an actual draft format back then, so it's something different. So we're going to give that a try and see if we can brew up something sweet. So the Ravnica sets, if you weren't around playing back then, are very gold multicolored focused. So we're going to see a lot more gold cards than you would normally see. And right off the bat, we're met with a pretty ridiculous mythic here. Aurelia, 4-cost 2/5 flyer with Mentor. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1 creature, and it gets certain buffs depending on its color. Now I'm going to pre-select that just because it's a ridiculous card to start while we kind of scroll through everything else. Wow, nothing even remotely close besides something in the same color. So, 2 things to note. You'll most likely be in 3 colors in this format. So taking guild gates early and highly is usually a pretty good strategy. That way your mana base is much better than if you only add basics. But this card's so strong. We just want to take it and hope we can play it in some way. Okay, let's see what we get here. Hellkite Whelp. We want to find some decent monocolor cards to follow this guy up with. So a Gateway Plaza here is some solid fixing. Is it Guildgate? We have a Siege Worm here. Ooh, nothing too amazing. I almost kind of like getting the Gateway Plaza and staying open a little bit longer. So one of the things to keep in mind is if I take Siege Worm here, each of the different sets focuses on a different 2-color pairing. And if we're green, red, white, we only get Gruul. Red green and pack 2. So we want to kind of play with only color pairings that we'll have 2 options with in pack 2. Okay, what do we got here? Rock Charger, a good card that gives something else flying. Sprouting Renewals, pretty good. Artful Takedown, but obviously doesn't mix well with what we have. Oof, this is pretty rough. Nothing great in those colors. So if we weren't forcing, what's the best thing here? Maybe Artful Takedown. Collar the Culprit's so mediocre. Maybe just take Olgari Guildgate and still try to figure out where the hell we are. There's a Whisper Agent here, but that's not even that great, so we'll take the fixing. Okay, now we're starting to see some cards. What the hell were people taking here? So we have Price of Fame, which is removal spell. Notion Rain is a draw 2. Sky Knight Legionnaire, obviously directly in our first pick's colors, but we're going to snap up the removal here pretty quickly. Unfortunately, we're getting into the Mardu territory, which is not where you want to be. But let's see what else we can get. Mardu, for any who don't know, is black, red, white. But let's see what else we get. We're seeing a decent amount of green here. And then another Guildgate. Maybe we could take a Rhizome Lurcher here. It goes with our Golgari pick, and maybe we just don't go for Aurelia. I could try to go all in on Boros, but it's just really hard when there are no red-white cards in pack 2, and white was particularly weak in pack 3. Can't block in its activated abilities. That is removal right there. Is there anything to keep us green-black here? Sacrifice a creature to destroy a creature. Oh, can't block. So that's a very aggressive slanted removal spell. Oh boy. I guess we take Severed Strands here, but I'm really not happy about it. Okay. Aggressive white card. So we have red removal, a Luminous Bonds here. We might just want to take Inescapable Blaze, although there is a Luminous Bonds, which lets us potentially be Abzan instead of Mardu, which I would prefer to lean into. So we'll take Luminous Bonds here. Okay, and we're kind of paid off here in a Rosemane Centaur. That's a pretty late gold card here. Definitely I mean, Legion Guild Mage is already a fantastic 2-drop, but Rosemane Centaur, I think, is going to be pretty dang good for us. Pause for Reflection's really mediocre. I guess this is fine. This is a good card, but really only good if we're red-white, which thus far we most likely aren't. Over replaceable 3-drop. I guess we'll take it just because it's the higher payoff thing here. So we are definitely not in an amazing spot here. We'll take the pseudo removal. We definitely aren't anything blue related, but there's nothing else here for us, so I'll just take the gold card. Sky Knight Legionnaire. Mediocre 5-drop. Okay, sure, another one of these. None of these things we're interested in. Okay. So basically we're all the blueless colors, per se. Wow, Bedeck Bedazzle is... I mean, it's just 2 mana, give something -3 toughness, so that is removal. We could potentially be Mardu still, which this would work in. But I'm kind of liking Abzan here, plays most of our cards, minus Aurelia. Let's see what else we got. -3 power, Combat Trick, Groll Beastmaster is really powerful, Grasping Thrall, also Mardu. And could also be Abzan. So I like going with Grasping Thrall here because that works with either way our deck goes. Into a Godless Shrine? I mean, we just snap that up unless... It's kind of crappy here. We got a Blade Juggler, which is amazing. Consign to the Pits removal. Gateway Plaza here. There's a Frenzied Arinx, but that's not for us. So this is just a Godless Shrine here. So it's tough. It's kind of hard. I'm like thinking about so many things to like verbalize it, but we're either Mardu or Abzan here. So red, white, black is Mardu, or we're white, black, green. And this helps no matter which one of those we're in. So we'll take the Godless Shrine here. Emergency Powers. Just a dirtily card advantage engine here. Okay, we are nothing involving blue, though, so that doesn't really help us too much. So really, we're deciding between green or red here. Return up to 2 creature cards from your grave to your hand. That is really good. That's almost just like drawing 2 cards. But there is a final payment here, which is just removal if you can sack a creature, and it's really good removal. So we'll snap up the final payment. All creatures get -2/-2, and it exiles the things that die. That could be decent for us. All of these are just mediocre other things. I kind of just like a Noxious Guardian here. It fills our curve a little bit better, has Death Touch, so it's a little more defensive. Rafter Demon, Sauriform Hybrid's amazing. So is Imperious Oligarch. That's pretty tough. I think the Adapt is just such a powerful mechanic here that we benefit from taking Sauriform Hybrid, but we're more solidly in Orzhov. That's a tough one. We'll go with the Orzhov card here. Blade Brand, Collision Colossus, Verity Circle. Whenever a creature opponent controls becomes tapped. Okay, weird. That doesn't really do anything for us. A bunch of red cards. Ooh, but Skewer the Critics is red removal. Pretty late, too. So I think we're going to snap that up. Wow, Pitiless Pontiff is still in here. A Rafter Demon's still in here. But Rafter Demon's really not that great if we really think about it. 4 cost 4/2 and a 5 cost 4/2 that makes an opponent discard if we get Spectacle. I'd much rather just have the Pontiff here. Wow, and we're seeing our open lane here with another Orzhov card. So we're going to snap up the Guild Mage here. It's nothing amazing, but definitely solid. Clear the stage pretty good, but I'm going to take the Guild Gate here. That way our mana is where we want it to be. Nothing here for us really besides the Rakdos Guild Mage if we end up Mardu. Goblin Gathering only works in multiples. We aren't blue, so that leaves Summary Judgment. We aren't blue, so we can ignore those right away. But there's none of these red cards we would want to play. We already have a lot of 2-drop, so we'll take that for my collection. 1 mana 0/2, just not gonna cut it. We'll take Rakdos Guild Locket. So let's see here. Out of the green, the only green stuff we have is a Golgari Guildgate, a Rosemane Centaur, a Rhizome Lurcher. So basically 2 gold cards, and then we have Skewer the Critics, Aurelia, and Integrity Intervention. So our Mardu is actually better than than our Obzan build. So it's looking like we're going to be Mardu. We'll see if we get paid off in this pack here. Wow! Amass 2, then army you amassed. Then the army you amassed deals damage equal to its power to each non-army creature. So it's kind of like a mini board wipe. Let's see here. We have Jaya, Venerated Fire Mage, which is just basically removal on a Planeswalker. Also D-Spark, which is just amazing removal. Wow. I mean, what? Most commonly, this is going to deal 2 to each creature. I almost feel like Despark is just better in a vacuum as far as removal goes. I'm not sure if that was the right pick there. But I tend to value just removal like that higher than some kind of... it's kind of finicky. If my opponent doesn't have a lot of small creatures, then that doesn't really do too much. So an aggressive 2-drop that discards cards from their hand, another 2-drop. When it dies, amass 2. So I like that. Plus, if we get the other amass card back on the wheel, that does pay us off. Although, maybe we just want a 6-drop for some later game strength. We have a decent amount of 4-drops already. So basically I took, same reasoning, I took an amass card. Just a defensive planeswalker, not that great. This guy deals with sacrificing things to get bigger. Mediocre flyer. Thinking just 5-drop flyer might be fine. Gonna put our green cards into the sideboard. There we go. Let's see, this isn't really where we want to be. 4-drop, mediocre 3-drop. Just like 2-drop here that amasses. Although I guess 3-drop is a little bit better for our curve considerations. Actually, Turret Ogre is just a stronger card than any of those. I didn't see that till late. Heartfire is removal. We aren't interested in blue cards. So sack a creature or planeswalker, it deals 4 damage to any target. I like that. This is going to be an interesting build, how this turns out. We'll see. Ooh, Trusted Pegasus, fantastic card. I'd rather have that 3-mana card than the Minotaur Warrior. I wonder if we can get our that rare back on the wheel. We'll see. I guess another 2-drop over just mediocre combat trick. When it dies, I think just another flyer here seems fine. We got it on the wheel! So that's the one benefit, right? We took a white-black card, which is more likely to be drafted than Rakdos, since Rakdos is the guild in the second pack, and it tends to be aggressive. We got very rewarded there. I think we have plenty of 2-drops. So I just we'll take the spell. Maybe we play it, maybe we don't. Okay, another 3-drop on the wheel. 1 damage target creature replaces itself. We would never play that. I can't believe we ended Mardu. So we'll take a look at the lands later. That's 17 there. Take a look at our cards. Collar the Culprit, destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. We have some pretty solid removal, so we can take out that pretty clunky 4-drop here. Loxodon Sergeant is just kind of a 4-drop 3/3 with Vigilance, nothing too crazy. I guess I would rather have the guy with Vigilance than the guy with Menace. So we'll do that. Turret Ogre is a decent 4-drop. Then we have Widespread Brutality, and we have Aurelia. Luminous Bond's awesome. Pegasus awesome. Death Toucher to keep us alive. Maybe Honor the God Pharaoh. That's kind of replaceable. Rakdos Locket, we're kind of a low curve deck, so I don't really think we need a mana rock. Okay, what's better, Severed Strands or Heartfire? So Heartfire is an instant. Deals 4 damage to any target, so it can target their face. This, you gain life equal to the creature, and it just kills anything. I think I would rather have the instant. That way, maybe they target my guy with removal, and I'm able to sack it in response with Heartfire. I think one combat trick is fine for some interaction. Maybe? Maybe not even. Yeah, maybe not even. We don't really want that. Actually, Sky Knight Legionnaire now we can play. I think that's just better than this 2-drop here. Right, it's got first strike on my turn. 1 sack another creature. It just gets a temporary effect. And we already have, like, a few of our removal spells deal with sacking a creature. So I don't think we have that much fodder to use for that. So we'll put in the Sky Knight Legionnaire. This seems solid. Okay, and this is the final product here. I like what we're doing here. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh man, do we just get brutalized with our mana base, or do we get there? Wow, this hand seems sweet. Now you see why we prioritized all the tap land so highly. Having this gives us all of our colors right off the bat. 2-drop here. Damn, it's so funny. Mardu is exactly what I didn't want to be in. And here we are. So I'm going to attack in. And then we'll play another 3-drop. It's hard to know. Obviously, there's 3 sets worth of cards. So that's like, what, 700 total cards that could be in his deck. Plus, this was a long time ago, so I'm not sure each possible instant or creature with flash he could have. But I'm not too worried about it. We're just going to attack in anyways. Wow, and our opponent doesn't have anything for that. Widespread Brutality actually punishes us pretty bad, while our opponent still doesn't have anything here. If only we had some more aggro here, we could really be punishing our opponent. Destroy target creature, we have no way of benefiting from that, so we'll let that happen. I'm fine with that. He used premium removal on a 3-cost 2/2. And if he starts stabilizing the board here, I mean, our hand is pretty gas. We have 4 removal spells, a mini board wipe, and a 6-drop. Our opponent's playing the natural Esper. Oh man, that's all they're going to do. Yeah, if we draw a creature we can play here, like a Sky Knight Legionnaire, or... yeah, I mean, that would be, like, the best. Weirdly enough, we're getting a lot of red, which is our least color. Not great. Now we're pretty far from killing him. And we still need, like, 2 more lands to hit Invading Manticore. Wow, if this is all of our opponent's going to do, though, we do almost win here. Nah, that also kills our thing. another premium removal spell, and this just gets replaced with a 1/1 flyer. So it looks like our opponent kind of fell into the trap of drafting only removal and a bunch of fixers, but our opponent's just not doing enough to affect the board too. Like, premium removal's great, but if he just had a 1/3, like a dorky 1/3 creature or 2/3, that basically stops our whole assault with that one creature. So don't underestimate just building your board via creatures. Now what? He's gonna waste removal on this too? Wow. Yeah, this is at this point we're just gonna use intervention, dealing 3 to his face. Each creature you control, I mean, that's fine. Or just do we save it for the surprise value? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Now we get to attack, play Manticore, which is also going to make a 2/2. Oh man, he had a counter spell there? Okay, that was pretty good for our opponent. He ended up milling our premium removal. Oh wow, this almost just kills him. We have no reason to rush this game, so we'll play Syndicate Guild Mage and hopefully just cheese him out by draining him for 2. Wow, really? Okay, that could be a problem. Wow, our opponent's stabilizing here because we aren't really drawing too many creatures. Maybe that was something to look at. Maybe we want to take out one of these spells versus the 4-drop 3/3 creature. Damn, and our opponent's back up to 4 cards in hand. Come on, attack with your flyer. Get greedy. It sucks, the widespread brutality. Oh, now that's a card. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that convoked it. So Despark can kill it at instant speed once we have the black up. So what I'm going to do here is Summary Judgment his Drake while it's tapped. Then we'll let this happen. Wait, it made it a 4/4? That was weird. Okay, another land. Not what we wanted to see. But I guess we can just Despark his 4/4 and then attack in the air. While he's tapped out so he can't counter it. Okay, we need 4 more attacks in the air for us to finish him off with intervention. Okay, not a flyer, so we're fine with that. Okay, we don't care about 2 damage. Heartfire. That kills him? 4 damage, and then the 3 here. But he could have, his last thing could be a counter spell. I guess they're both instant, so we can wait if he spends all of his... Okay, he has 2 mana left. So now let's just go for it. Target a creature. Sack. And then 3. Nice. Basically, I just wanted to wait till he was tapped out or we knew he had nothing else in hand. That way, if he countered one of those and we don't get to finish him off, or we just lose so much value. So, good first win. Let's take a quick look at our deck's creature count real quick. Yeah, so we have a lot of non-creatures. Is there maybe a mediocre card we could take out somewhere? So I think it actually might be Heartfire here. Because Summary Judgment can take out just any smaller unit that's given us issues. And Intervention is... I would rather have 4 mana do that than 2 mana. Yeah, so... Kind of funny it just won us the game, but I think this is a better composition for the deck. We just need some amount of creatures for the board. That way we don't just die or putter out while our opponent manages to stabilize if we can't kill them. Doesn't matter if we have a handful of removal if we can't finish off our opponent. Okay, straight into the next game. So basically, let's pretend this is Heartfire in this hand, and we only have 1 creature, so I'm already kind of happy of that change, and this hand is looking amazing. Wait, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our opponent's playing 41 cards. We have to win because they're making such an egregious mistake. Let's see, we don't have a 2-drop here. So we'll just play Gateway Plaza, and we'll pay the 1 to tap it. Now our mana's flawless. Ooh, baby. Trusted Pegasus. We're playing against Obzon. That could have been our deck. Okay, our opponent had an interesting pause there, but... we're just going to go for it. If our opponent want to waste removal. Yep. So that's fine. We'll play a land and we'll play our 4-drop. Whereas if I played the Sergeant first, he would have been able to use that on our slightly stronger creature. So I like that. So, this is just a free attack for us. And then we'll just play... We need to be very careful because the auto tapper would really screw us up here. But just play our Guild Mage and pass. We have Summary Judgment up. And if he plays something legendary, also Price of Fame. So do we kill it? It's a 2/3 flyer. It's kind of annoying. I guess let's take the 2 life. Let's see if he plays anything better. If he doesn't do anything here, I'll probably just kill it. Because let's see here. We kill that, then we Price of Fame killing that, attack for 5. That's a pretty big game. Okay. I like this game plan. He does get the 1/1, but that doesn't do too much for him. We get a free Surveil here. So we'll put the Swamp Engrave. We'll keep D-Spark on top. Now we got him down to 12. And we're going to follow up with a 3/4 flyer. Even if he plays a big dorky tapper, we just can tap it with this guy. So we'll attack in. Hopefully you waste removal on one of these. Create 3 2/2s. Oh my god, that's really good. Okay, I mean, no way we can play around a random rare in his colors from one of 3 sets. Do we have anything here that can save us? Exile target permanent with 4. No, so he's going to dunk on us here. He basically played a 2/2 that killed our 2 creatures in a way. Wow. Really good for our opponent. This swung very far in his favor. Yeah, that's just about game. Player 2/2, player Oligarch. And now we're on the defensive again. If he gets a haste, we're definitely trading off. So I imagine he's going to give it the +1/+1 counter. Yeah, we're going to need to draw some gas here for sure. That is pretty good gas. What's better removal? Probably just D-Spark. So we're going to Luminous Bonds the Beastmaster. And then what we'll do is we'll attack with the Oligarch here, because we're happy to trade. We get a 1/1 flyer if he blocks. Shrinks his board. We're going to need our draws to cooperate with us to win this one. We still have Aurelia. We have a lot of strong cards still left. What the hell is this? And it's mana value for less than 4, so I guess we screwed up playing D-Spark. Exile a creature card from your grave. Oh my god. Okay, at least we have a Death Toucher here. So he has 1, 2 creatures. Oh my god, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so we don't have attacks here. Because he would just, if I attacked with the Death Touch in hopes of him blocking, he would just trade it with a 2/2 and then we die to the Troll. So we'll play Grasping Thrall here, get a nice drain in to keep us in, and pass a turn. I'm feeling pretty good about this. If he has removal for our Death Toucher, though, we're back to being in trouble again. I mean, I'm snap trading this without even a second thought. Brutal. Our opponent had that hyper-specific card. Wow, we're really going to lose to that, huh? No attacks here. We need to keep our blockers. He gets in 1 more attack with the Charnel Troll. If you do, sacrifice it. I think we just take this, as scary as that is. But we don't want to sacrifice. He just saves us 1 health. And we don't want to sacrifice the Thrall to save us some health, and then our board is just nothing. No, now is not the time to flood out. Okay, we gotta pass the turn. Come on, we have so many good draws left in our deck. That qualifies. Okay, so we'll attack with the Thrall here. And ironically, we'll play the haste guy now. Who's going to draw better? That's the question. I do still have removal for any big thing he still has. Wow, that's unfortunate. Wait, why'd he put him on... Wait, that was amazing. If he put it on the 4/4, we basically lost. Okay. Wow. That is, Oh boy. And even if he finds a way to remove the enchantment, we have D-Spark. Also, I'm keeping 2 lands in hand just in case he has the discard 2 spell. As an additional cost, sack a creature or pay 4. He's just paying it. Destroy target creature, a planeswalker, sure. It's actually amazing. There's no haste in his colors, and we need to finish this as soon as possible. Oh my god, and now our opponent's flooding out, but, I mean, so are we, in fairness. Okay, our opponent got a 2-1. What are we gonna get here? Come on, man! I mean, I guess we still have to attack in here, right? Like, if our opponent draws... This is... If our opponent gets a creature, we lose? Okay. In fairness, we're both drawing lands. I mean, our opponent can't be salty there. If he saw what we were seeing, like, we both flooded out. Okay, this seems nice. Our opponent goes first. We got all of our colors. Incredibly slow here. Each opponent discards a card, mills a card. Okay. That's, what do we care about the least? I guess just 4 costs 3/3 doesn't really do a lot. We could have used that land, though. Okay, our opponent's playing a 1/1, which we don't care about. Awkward there. If we played the Orzhov Guildgate first and drew into the swamp, we could have had this, but no way of knowing. We would have gotten punished the other way if we played that and drew a mountain, so... Okay, so that's definitely annoying. So we could just skewer the critics it, or just take the 4 to the face blocking this guy. But then the 1 damage actually does kill our Pontiff. That seems pretty bad. So we'll just deal the 3 to the... Hello. We'll take the 1. So, here's what I'm going to do here. I don't want to run out my Mythic in all of his removal colors and potentially you know, he could even have a, what do you call it? A counter spell. So we're just going to run out. This is horribly mana efficient. And actually, this was awful. I should have played the Locket first. I can tap that for the Pontiff. So I apologize for that misplay. Add it to the punt counter. If we paid 3 to play Locket, we would have been able to also play the Pontiff there. So that's pretty bad for us. Our opponent might just not have anything else as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess we go for it, right? This doesn't give haste. So I guess we attack first. Maybe he has a removal spell or something. Oh, man. Okay, we'll just play it. We missed out on 2 damage there. It's... Welcome to me playing Magic. Like... So widespread brutality doesn't kill Watcher, and it kills our guy. So the best we can do is Price of Fame. Okay, I like both of these, actually. Creature and removal. Wow, and I did it again. I could have played... Or wait, that would have worked. Okay, I'm gonna need to tighten up my gameplay here if I'm really looking to win. Do you have another counter spell? Okay, that's fine. Oh, boy. We could Integrity and then play Widespread Brutality, killing all of his creatures. We get a 2/2 and swinging for 4. That seems really good, actually. Now play this. 1 damage doesn't do anything. Okay, I imagine he has all lands in hand. We'll sack that to draw 2. Okay, so he has some instant or sorcery here. Oh boy. But we can't not do anything. Man. It's amazing we're 2-0 with these draws. Like, imagine if our deck popped off. So we just attack with the flyer here. Play this. We just can't really afford to play around counter spells. Our opponent's doing it. We win this damage race, though, so he can't really afford to attack. Okay, that's... No way. Wow. Into another... So it's at... That was 4 lands in a row? 4 or 5? Including the draw 2? Good game. So he just has like a shock or something. Or if he gives it trample. Come on, we can get removal for this. Dude, what the hell? Like, come on. Feels bad, man. That's upsetting. Like, and this asshole gave us the early GG. Oh well. You can't be mad about these games. Like, we were extremely close to just winning this game outright. Let alone, you know, drawing 5 or 6 lands in a row there, so. Okay, here. I like it. Opponent goes first. We don't have anything really castable, but we're on the draw here. They're definitely going to need to draw something. Did you just kill the 2-1? Nah, that's... It'll probably deal us 4 damage, but... If we could draw a 3-drop here, that would be pretty sweet. Actually, I don't think any 3-drops we have block a 2-1 first strike. Now, if he puts an enchantment on his 2-1 and we get to blow him out that way, let's go. Nope. Okay, let's see what we get. Nothing yet. Oh boy, we're going to need our opponent to have a pretty weak next turn here. Which is unlikely given all of his mana. Never mind. A 4-cost 2/5? Oh boy. I wonder, do we despark it just because what else are we doing with the mana? But probably not. Okay, he'll play the 3/3 that blocks everything he's got. So what, he's got a combat trick here of some sort? Yeah, so we aren't going to block here, and we're going to wait to block till we can have despark or final payment up. Okay. That was really not good for us. Okay, we'll block the We'll block the 2/2 here. Although we want to use... Yeah, we'll block the 2/2 here. And we'll see what our opponent's got. Okay, we can Price of Fame it. We need a mountain next turn to be able to skewer the critics and then despark. And then we're right back in this. Or Luminous Bonds. Actually, both of these are good draws for us. But I guess we really need to hit other lands. So Luminous Bonds goes on the 3/4. I can't believe we're losing to whatever this pile of cards is. So yeah, we need to hit land here. Don't tell me you have another combat trick. No way you have another combat trick. We can't lose to this pile of green-white vanilla creatures. Like, are you kidding me? Come on, just do it to me, man. Okay, it's just not what we needed. Wow. Stuck on lands was 17 lands and artifact in deck. That's pretty unlucky. Why is it even letting me cast that? I'm really hoping those two losses are kind of like totally out of our control. We heavy flooded out one game and then we're stuck on lands the next. So I really don't... This is a sweet deck. I don't want it to end like that. So we'll play our essentially Orzhov Guildgate since it came into play tapped. Okay, no decisions here. We'll just play 3 cost and our 4 cost and hope our opponent just doesn't immediately kill it. It's like when we were drafting Innistrad and just our opponent would kill our sludge monster every single time we played it. Okay, waste your removal on this. Okay, that's worrisome. But we aren't gonna not we aren't gonna not play it. I mean, basically we tell our opponent, show us the removal. I fully expect him to do that. Oh wow. Okay, if not, then this is like super in our... Wait a minute, what? Whenever it deals 1 damage, he has no mana. Okay. Okay, well, Rakdos Guildgate, and we'll just swing all in, growing our Pegasus. That's essentially why I had Aurelia target herself, since she has Mentor. She'll now have higher power than the Pegasus, growing it, so even if she kills... Even if our opponent kills our Mythic, we still got some value out of it. No attacks here. We don't want to even potentially put Aurelia in danger if we can help it. We just win if we just keep doing what we're doing here. same game plan. So our opponent's got something. But if they had a kill spell, they would have used it before I just got that extra +1/+1 counter value. Yeah, I guess we just pass the turn here. I could kill their guy with Summary Judgment. Wait, what's our opponent doing? Okay, I think that was a newer opponent, or he just knew he didn't have any way out, so he was just playing his spells for his dailies. But okay, I mean, those kind of games don't even feel great either. It's like, okay, I played my Mythic and absolutely smashed my opponent. It's like, something good. That's fine. Good thing we took out a land, right? Jeez. I'm so sketched out taking 4 land hands just because I do have a tendency to flood. What the hell? Do 1 damage to target creature? Okay, that's pretty dang good. And I don't really want to play Sky Knight Legionnaire into that. I kind of just like attacking here. So we could trade Integrity for... yeah. Or, no. Thank you for Arena for asking me. So this was going to trade for one of our creatures anyways, and I do want to be able to have our flyer in the air, so that's why I was pretty happy trading like that. Now we get to just play our flyer, attack for 2 in the air. So what, we're playing against 4-color monstrosity here. I'm feeling confident already. 5-color. You gotta give our opponent the nice for that. He drew all 5 of his colors straight off. Oh, if only we had that luck. It deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker, +2 scry 1. When you cast an instant. Okay, that's fine. That's definitely annoying. Despark just kills it right away. And then we can play Oligarch. Actually, no. We don't have double white. So what? If he gets another scry if we don't kill it now, or if I play Trusted Pegasus, he gets 1 more scry and then we can attack with everything on it. But if he casts a removal spell, we're just absolutely sad. So yeah, I think we'll just kill it with Despark. It's just too punishing if he ends up having removal. Even if he has like a 2 mana or 2 damage burn spell, if he copies it, kills 2 of our stuff, there's no way we win from there. Okay, we attack here. No, we still only have 1 white. Ugh. No way you have counter spells in this 5-color deck. He's got removal of some sort. It's fine. That was a really good pull for our opponent there to kill him. That would have been another flyer attacking in the air and grows our guy. Okay, to any target, so I kind of see our game plan is going to end up being just finish our opponent in the air. Now you get to play two things, pass a turn. We have a Death Touch guy to block his 6-power thing. And hell, even if he attacks, I might just not even block with it. Because we can wait till we sack the Oligarch to Pontiff. If we get Aurelia here, or even the 5-cost Griffin, like, we're going to be in Grasping Thrall. We have so many good pulls here. Okay. That was good for our opponent. Wow, final payment really demolishes him. Okay. I like how we're just killing him that way. We just need to hit him a little less than 3 more times. Okay, just cycled away Blade Brand, that's fine. So he needs removal for our Death Touch guy. I think this is fine. I don't want to go all in and use our removal to be a little more aggressive when we're already winning if nothing else changes. So for example, if I use our premium removal, sack our Oligarch to kill his 6/5, sure, we get a 1/1 that can start attacking and lowering our clock till we kill him, but then what if he plays a flyer? Then our whole game plan goes out the window. We don't care about 1 damage. We'll let this happen. And essentially we have game next turn. Okay, I think we go for it here. You might have a counter spell, but nice. Let's go. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get the true. Oh man, this is awful. Okay, let me focus up here for a second. This hand is God tier if any of these were a white source, but this doesn't even provide us white, and we just have nothing we can play if we don't. That being said, we have 8 or 9 white sources in deck. Ugh. And at least Rakdos Locket can draw us into a white source. I don't know. There's too many ways that hand goes badly. Okay, this we can keep. And it's tough here. This is a 4-cost thing. This is 6, but this requires 2 red, which we're the farthest away from. So I think we'll actually put that back. I wonder if that's even correct, though. Yeah, I take that back. The upside of this thing being able to kill a few of his creatures is, I think, better. Because we only have a 2-drop here. If he gets a bunch of creatures out, like, what do we even do? Okay, we are at literally the mercy of our draws. Basically, not much interesting gameplay here. I really hate these games. We have to mulligan on the play. And our opponent's got a full grip on the draw. Ugh. Okay, that's good. We don't need to take 2 life for it. That doesn't give us any red for Aurelia. So if we can slam Mountain here... Actually, if we can get Mountain, I'm happy. So no blocks here. He probably has a combat trick. We have no intention of blocking, so we'll attack back. If I knew he was tapped out or something, I would have blocked the 2/2 because the Sauroform hybrid can be very problematic, but if this stays on the battlefield, it just turns into a 6/6. So I hate to say it, I think we need to use D-Spark on his 3/3. Maybe at this point we don't attack. In case he attacks with the hybrid. Maybe he plays something and then attacks with it. Man, I wouldn't even be upset if we hit. Well, I guess we could go... Let's go into Griffin. Like, if we want to draw, like, any of our 5 drops, any of our 4 drops, minus the Turret Ogre. I mean, we just can't lose this guy if he has a combat trick here. Okay, that is not what we wanted. At this point, we're just going to attack. Seeing as our opponent, even if he's bluffing here, definitely sees we won't block. Okay. Our opponent snaps off the removal. We'll keep that in hand just in case he has the discard too. Okay. We need to pass a turn. We basically need to hold up our guild mage as a tapper. Oh boy, this is not going how we wanted. We're already have plenty of lands, which means each land we get... Wow, and our opponent just plays this random uncommon that wipes our board. Okay. So we need Luminous. We still have a bunch of removal that kills this guy. I wonder if he had a combat trick earlier. I wish we were able to find out. Okay, so we need Luminous Bonds here. See, I guess this was a bad keep. Imagine we had the 4/5. It's a completely different game changer. Our opponent just adapted again because he doesn't know what his cards do. Oh man, and our opponent's kind of new. His other guy is Menace, we can't even block it. Okay, play the Sergeant. Gives our guy Vigilance. Man, we can't even double block it. I don't even know. Oh, he can give it haste? Yeah, so that's literally game. That's upsetting. I mean, that had trample, it doesn't really matter. So the only thing, in retrospect, like going over the games, you guys know how much I like, you know, some games it's very obvious. You flood it out, you got stuck on 2 or 3 lands, that's that. That game was a little more of a game. Sure, we had a mulligan, we were on the play, so we were -1 card. So that definitely had a big impact, but things I could have done differently, I could have just blocked the Sauroform hybrid with the 2/2, thinking we weren't going to win that game quickly, so if we can kill it, we need to take the option, and if he has a combat trick, so what? We need to just go for it. And we didn't see anything there, so I'm guessing he didn't have anything, which means that game was well within our reach. If we were able to grow our board like we did, and he didn't have the 6/6 swinging at us 1 or 2 times, it's a totally different game. A lot of different things could have happened there. I'm still happy we essentially broke even here. I hope you guys enjoyed this limited time draft video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.